The Museum Lives in Me presents Book 1, Miss Edmonia and the Wildfires at the North Carolina Museum of Art. The Museum Lives in Me. Written by Victoria Scott Miller. Illustrated by Jermaine Powell. Class field trips were always fun. But Miss Edmonia took trips to the art museum very seriously. Class, what are we? Wildfires, they shouted. And what does that mean? Asked Miss Edmonia. We are wise, intelligent, lovable, determined, fiercely innovative, respectfully exuberant scholars. Very good, Wildfires. Now, onward to the West Building. What a beautiful walk through the museum park. Now, let's turn on our listening ears. I can tell you're excited, so I won't make you wait. Here's your paper and pencil. Take a look at the art and find your trait. Is it honesty, bravery, strength, or compassion? As we walk around, what grabs your attention? Class, open your eyes to the wonders you'll see as we explore the beautiful 20th and 21st century galleries. Are there any questions before we enter? Is that a mirror up there? Can we take the art home? Where's the bathroom? I want to sit down. And like shooting stars blazing across the sky, Miss Edmonia swiftly answered their questions all at once. Yes, Attilio, take a seat and give your legs a rest. The bathroom is straight ahead and then a slight left. Yes, I see there are reflections all around. And no, my dear, if we take the art home, it would not be found. The pieces you see are for all to enjoy. Now, class, gather up and let's get ready to explore. As Attilio sat on the brown leather bench, Cara Clementine walked from the West Building's corridor and plopped down beside him. Hey, Attilio, she asked. What's the matter? I think museums are boring. I wish I could play my video game right now, play soccer, listen to my music, anything but this. Trust me, I understand exactly what you mean. How you feel about the museum is how I feel about the violin. But my parents make me play it anyway. I'd much rather be doing this. She pointed to her hand-painted shoes. Cara Clementine hopped up from the bench and rounded the bend towards a new adventure. As Miss Edmonia's voice faded into the distance, sneakers screeched across the wood floors. Looking up, Cara Clementine stopped in her tracks. Her jaw dropped and her eyes widened, mesmerized. She tilted her head from side to side. Micheline Thomas's Three Graces Latroy's Femme Noire was coming alive. Broken lines began to stretch beyond the walls with overlapping layers of yellow, green, blue, and orange. The three Graces stared at Cara Clementine with joyous smiles. Attilio lagged behind, watching Cara Clementine's excitement. As the class began to weave this way and that, his boredom grew. He put on his headphones and stood in front of Ramir Burden's New Orleans, Ragging Home. He tried tapping the static out of his left ear, but his playlist became muffled, and a loud, brassy trumpet began to blow. As he closed his eyes, the music transported him to a dazzling French Quarter. He stood in place, swaying from side to side. Miss Edmonia exclaimed, "Let's keep up, class. No lagging behind. Ask if you have questions, because I am here to guide." Attilio snapped out of his musical trance and looked around to make sure no one saw him dancing. He quickly walked over to the light of life. "Look at this," cried Cara Clementine. "There are thousands of faces." Attilio helped fellow wildfire Tanner to the side of the LED-lit mirrored box before apprehensively placing his head inside the light of life. Whoa, whoa, it looks like I'm inside my video game, he thought to himself, watching his classmates make funny faces in the mirrored box. Attilio stood still, reflecting, as his class began moving toward the next gallery. The room began to slow down, and it was in this stillness that he was reminded of how easy it was to help his classmates, family, and even community members. The stillness reminded him of his contribution. Realizing he felt most comfortable when helping others, he thought of a character trait that he could not yet say aloud. With a deep sigh, he shrugged his shoulders and moved along. Cara Clementine caught up to Attilio. "Guess what? I found my trait. I'm a leader." "I think you're creative too," Attilio said. "Just look at your shoes. They've got cardboard wings." "I agree. Thanks, Attilio," said Cara Clementine. "After seeing the confident women in Three Graces, I feel anything is possible for me. I can't wait to show my parents how art and music go hand in hand. Both take creativity and leadership. What about you? What's your trait?" "I don't know yet," Attilio answered with a slight pause in his voice. They both waited for Miss Edmonia's next set of instructions. The class began weaving throughout the galleries once more. Some pointed at the bust of the cat goddess Skemet, as others giggled at the nose on the portrait of the Emperor Marcus Aurelius. They finally arrived at the sculptures of Augusta Rodin. "Attention, please. Wildfires, it's almost time. I am curious to know which traits you did find. Say it aloud or whisper. I really don't mind. Please share, for I cannot wait. Just a few more stops to navigate. We'll visit ancient Egypt, Greece, Rome, Italy, and then finish at Rodin. Did you know his amazing sculptures were all made by hand? Some are big, some are small. We will look at them all and take a group photo before leaving in awe. Miss Edmonia announced, "It is time to share the traits you've explored. Edwin, Cara Clementine, Attilio, you three can go first. Tell us about the discoveries that you have unearthed." Edwin shouted, "I am curious." You are a courageous, upbeat, radiant, innovative, optimistic, unique star. Cara Clementine declared, "I am a leader." Yes, you are a lively, encouraging, adventurous, determined, energetic role model. I am, never mind. Attilio stepped off his pedestal and began walking toward Miss Edmonia. "Go on, Attilio," Miss Edmonia said encouragingly. I am kind. Yes, you are a knowledgeable, inspiring, noble dreamer. Thank you all for sharing. Now gather around, my wildfires, and let's do a Rodin pose. Is everyone ready? Yes, the class shouted joyously. All right, smile, and on the count of 3, say, "The museum lives in me." And whether it's bravery, curiosity, compassion, or grit, character traits set you apart from everyone else. The People's Collection reflects all of you, your goodness, tenacity, and the creativity in all that you do. Always remember that no matter your race, color, gender, or creed, the North Carolina Museum of Art will always be your gallery. The end. Stay tuned for Book 2, a new museum, a new class, a new teacher, a new adventure. Coming spring 2023.